Hey everyone, this is Vickerman and I'm coming to you today with my top 10 countdown of the best games of 2015. Now, as a disclaimer before we begin, I really didn't get a chance to play everything that I wanted to in 2015, and I'll be making a separate video listing the games from 2015 that I still want to play. Also, this list is very strongly influenced by my personal preferences, so it is just a personal top 10 list. Number 10. Rocket League came on the scene this summer and became an instant multiplayer phenomenon, largely thanks to being on PlayStation Plus for its first month. However, it is also reasonably priced on Steam and a lot of fun. It's a simple sports type of game that is easy to learn but difficult to master. Think soccer with rocket cars. And who can say no to rocket-propelled cars? Number 9. This second installment of the PC video game adaptation of a miniature-based game, Blood Bowl, does a lot of things right. It's a heavy improvement in graphics from the first Blood Bowl video game for sure, but what really sets this apart, if you ask me, is the improved interface. It makes it easy for people who are not familiar with the rules of the game to jump right in and start to play pretty easily. So the game itself is also quite a crowd pleaser because it's a combination of the themes of Warhammer and American football. So, definitely worth a look if you like any of that kind of stuff. Number 8. City Skylines is everything everyone who wants a city builder game could ask for. After that extreme disappointment that was SimCity, City Skyline was an incredible relief. It gave us everything we want in this type of game: modability, large cities, and single-player offline gameplay. What's more, it came from a significantly smaller studio than the great EA and was published by consumer-friendly publisher Paradox Interactive, who continues to support the game up till now. They continue to do so. So if you like city builders, this is the game that you want to be playing. Number 7. Pillars of Eternity is a great party-based role-playing game in the tradition of Baldur's Gate 2, Icewind Dale, and the other BioWare Infinity Engine games. It's a superior example of this type of game, but what's more is they really modernized the genre and tried some new interesting ideas for stats, classes, story, etc. For these major reasons, this game will certainly be remembered as an RPG great. Number 6. Though it doesn't seem like it, Massive Chalice came out officially this year, thanks to the kind of strange thing that happens with early access games. Massive Chalice is a fantastic tactical role-playing game. The combat is very fun, similar to XCOM, and the interactions of the various classes are unique and interesting. Not only this, but the out-of-combat system of Bloodlines, setting up generations of heroes to fight your battles through careful choices of marriages and lifetime positions, is really a great package altogether. Not to mention, it has a very interesting philosophical backdrop. Number 5. Here's the Storm released this summer, and it's a great free-to-play MOBA, which there are many like it, but for me, it was pretty special because before Heroes of the Storm, I did not think I would ever play a MOBA. It just never interested me at all. But this one drew me in, and I think the reason for that is it's far more accessible than other titles in the genre. You might think of it as almost a Super Smash Bros. Of Blizzard. There's less to learn, simpler gameplay, and cool character ability combos, and I think all this combination makes it the perfect starter for anyone who is interested, or maybe not interested, but curious about MOBAs. Number 4. Unfortunately, I'm not able to post footage of Super Mario Maker because of Nintendo's crazy YouTube policies, but I will mention it in my list as one of the greats this year. It took the concept of level design and world building that some games try to foster and really made it easy for anyone to do. It was kind of the magic game that took this idea and made it accessible to anyone. It made it so that you could feel like you were a developer at Nintendo making a Mario world, Mario levels, and it did so by giving you a ton of options. You could pick between Mario games through the generations, and you could have all sorts of different settings and all the different backdrops that make up the classic Mario experience. So I think Super Mario Maker is something special, and it really lets people just get into the arena of game design and really make something interesting. Number 3, Fallout 4, as we all expected, is a great open world RPG. It's a lot of fun and has a lot of this simultaneously dark and humorous backstory that Fallout is really famous for. With the addition of fully voiced dialogue, a lot more companions, improved first-person shooting, and customizable weapons, Fallout 4 is an incredible experience. But it's not without its flaws, such as a bad interface and a base building mode that is really pretty buggy, leaving corners out and not getting rid of bushes when you put down floors on the ground, and those kind of things that are really quite annoying. But still, this game definitely deserves this high ranking in my mind, as it is one of the premier RPGs of the year. Number 2. Again, with all the early access process distorting our sense of when things come out, it's easy to forget that Kerbal Space Program officially released this year, and I adore this game, as you may know from watching the channel. I place it high on this list because I think it's also an incredible achievement. It takes real physics, space travel concepts, and makes them understandable. These are real ideas and real methods of space travel that they're including in the game. You know, no other game lets you go to the moon in a fully customizable spaceship. And the fun design of the game with the Kerbal's little green dudes and all that funness to it makes it a wonderful tool for teaching children about space. I think a lot of our future rocket scientists are going to point back to this game as a key reason they chose their careers. Not only this, but for those of us who are not rocket scientists, this game makes it easy for us to learn about space travel, and that's really cool. Number 1. If you ask me, there is no comparison this year to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This vast open-world RPG follows the infinitely interesting character of Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter trying to make it in a world that is moving on without him rapidly. The characters in this game are incredibly well developed. The writing draws you into the story, even if you've never played The Witcher 1 or 2. They do a great job of introducing these characters and making you care about them, even if that's not the case. Because that's certainly the case for me. While some people didn't like the combat, I thought it was pretty enjoyable, especially if you focus on the alchemy skill tree that is unique to the Witcher lore. Definitely makes you feel like you're part of that world. Beyond all this, what really impressed me was that every single side quest in the game was superbly written. Nothing you did seemed pointless in this game, as you get snippets from people's lives and see what effect your actions have in so many ways. And things will come back that you thought was just a simple side quest, but later on, it'll have made some sort of difference in the ongoing story of the game. This is definitely one of the best written RPGs I've played. Taken as a whole package, it is definitely up there in the top games I've ever played. So I would say if you have not played it, do it. Alright, thanks for joining me for this countdown of my top 10 games of 2015. Feel free to comment below with your top 10 if you so choose, and we will see you in the next video. I am planning to do also, as I mentioned before, a video about the games that I have not played yet that I want to from 2015. And we will be doing a top 5, I think, expansions for games that existed previously that have new expansion packs or updates this year. So I think that that's an important thing too, that is missed when you talk about the best games of a particular year. So we will see you in those videos, and have a good one.